I'm back here with Olivia. So, what's going on here? What's this? We're in Miss Bouncy's class again?
Yes.
What's going on?
So this is a concept map that I did for my summative. So as opposed to having like an exam like you would in like a traditional teaching or traditional education environment, we have the opportunity to do this concept map. And essentially the whole idea is that you pick connections that you see through the course, and you can explain the whole course in a way that makes sense to you as an individual. Oftentimes with exams, right, you're answering questions based on how other people view your learning. However, in this case, you decide to explain it the way you understand. And so different people in the class might have different concept maps and they might have completely different ideas. However, you're still explaining the same concept in the way that you learn the best. So for example, in mine, I have a lot less writing than some of the other concept maps that we've seen. And because I kind of like to think about it as concepts, and then within the concepts I talk about the specific things that happen, whereas other people might want more words and they might have more words on there. I also like to put icons on because I'm someone who learns visually, and so as I explain the concepts, then I can easily talk about examples based on what icons I've included.
Okay. That's what a great setup that is. Now let's get to specifics. I'm going to focus in on this. Can you now just talk, so equilibrium, the balance that sustains life. Wow, that's the thread that you saw going through. Can you just give us a little insight into what you were specifically just talking about? Just take one section and talk us through it. Would you do that?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to talk about like this bottom section here too.
Yes.
And so on one side I have healthy habits as like one of my main branches coming off of equilibrium.
Yeah.
Because I find that healthy habits are a balance of things that you choose to do, but then there's also healthy habits that your body does as well, such as in the way it like regulates your blood pressure and like your breathing and stuff, and those are habits that your body does as well.
Okay.
As well as like symbiosis, which is more like healthy habits in your environment. And what I really like here is this tie in the middle with external influences, because oftentimes we think of equilibrium and symbiosis with things that are like outside of our body or with things that are inside our body, but in reality it's like a push and pull kind of between both of the two. And so it's things that happen outside your body that then your body reacts to, and so it's like kind of like a balance between things you can control and things you can't control, and how your body is able to react to that and kind of allow itself to thrive despite not having complete control over all situations.
Thank you. You've clearly described how one of the important things for you is this element of choice. What else, if you could talk about one or two things, why is this approach to learning so important for you?
I think it's because everyone's different in their learning. Like everyone's brain's different, everyone's body's different, everyone's come from different experiences which may allow them to succeed in different ways. And so this is really important because it's kind of like everyone's starting at the same spot. Yeah. Everyone can choose, they all start with a blank poster board and they can choose what they put on it. And so each student is given equal opportunity to show their understanding in the way that they understand it the most. Whereas in some other cases, like such as exams, if someone receives a question and maybe they've had a different learning approach in the past couple of years, or they missed some days for like sickness or to take care of someone in their family, they're not going to have an equal opportunity and the equal chance to answer that question correctly, which will then cause issues and they'll be less successful. Whereas in this case, you have the opportunity to do whatever you want.
Equilibrium, the balance that sustains life. Olivia, thank you so much.
Thank you.